Alright, so we have some news in Sens land, and I guess Sabres land as well. The NHL has announced that goaltender Aaron Dell has been suspended for 3 games for his hit on Drake Batherson. As we all know, the incident, Batherson going in on the forecheck, Aaron Dell sticks his arm out, straight arms him. Batherson goes awkwardly into the boards. He hurts his ankle. He's going to miss some time. Not only is Drake Batherson going to miss some time, he's going to miss the All-Star game, and that's something that I think is really disappointing. It's a crime that he misses the All-Star game on, an injury. Obviously, it would be sad if he had any injury, say he blocks a shot and he gets injured or whatever. But it's even more of a crime when you get a play that's so meaningless, so needless, I should say. Aaron Dell sticks his arm out, and Dell has a history of doing this too, by the way. He's done this a couple of other times to 2 other players. Mark Stone was one, I believe Eli Tolvanen of the Nashville Predators, who he did it to just recently. And for Batherson to miss the All-Star game on a play like that is just, it's criminal, like I said. It just seems really unfair. I like the league's decision to suspend Aaron Dell. I was hoping it would be at least like a 4 to 6 game suspension. Obviously, it is only 3. Maybe I'm a bit biased because I am a Sens fan. But with that being said, I'm comfortable with the 3-game suspension for Aaron Dell. I just want to touch on how the Sens handled that situation. I was really proud on how the Sens handled it because, I'll be honest, in the first intermission, I was a little bit worried that, it wasn't even going to be a hockey game anymore. It was just going to be every whistle, they're going after Dell, they're poking at him. And yeah, that happened a little bit. Austin Watson kind of took a poke at him, and then he gets buried from behind by, I believe, Rasmus Dahlin. And they just did a little bit of it, and that's okay. You kind of want to send a message to the guy that, you can't hit our star player like that. You shouldn't hit any of our players like that, but especially our star. But with that being said, I'm happy it didn't continue the whole game, and the best revenge that Ottawa could have gotten on him, they got it, because, they scored 5 goals. Tyler Ennis gets a hat trick. They pulled Aaron Dell out of his shorts on a couple of plays. I saw some Sens fans on Twitter saying that, they should run Aaron Dell, and I know it is tempting when you see what he did to Batherson, but still, we have rules against stuff like that. You can't fight the goalie. The goalie's probably not going to fight you unless if he's, the late Ray Emery or something like that. Like DJ Smith said after the game, I had to calm the guys down because you don't want to do anything stupid and end up getting suspended yourself. Let's say a Sens player goes and intentionally runs Aaron Dell. The refs would know that it's intentional. So you go and do that, and yeah, the league's probably going to be having a phone call with you as well afterwards. Alright, so now let's talk about the Nick Holden contract extension. So the Sens re-up Nick Holden to a 1-year deal worth $1.3 million that will kick in next season. And I like this deal. I've been really pleasantly surprised with Holden and what he's brought to the table. I got to admit, I was skeptical when the Sens first got him, when they traded him, or when they traded Dadonov for him. I was thinking, it's another prototypical DJ Smith type of defenseman, big, heavy. But I like Nick Holden the way he uses his frame because he has something that I call practical physicality. And what do I mean by that, you might ask? Well, he doesn't run out of position to make hits. He's in good position. He uses his frame when he has to. He's not running around looking for trouble. He's not running out of position like maybe a few of the other guys, a few of the other physical players on the Sens are guilty of sometimes. And even though I believe Nick Holden has more playing time left in him beyond next year, I think it's really smart that Pierre Dorion and the Sens management team did not extend him for longer than 1 year, because when you get to 34 years old like he is, he turns 35 in May, you can decline pretty quickly, unless if maybe you're a guy like Sidney Crosby when he gets that age, or Ovechkin, who's having a career year at 35, 36 years old. So unless you're like one of those guys who seem to be good right until they retire, it is pretty safe it is safer, I should say, to give a guy like Nick Holden just a 1-year contract extension at this age. And Nick Holden said that he and his family really like living in Ottawa and he likes playing there. I think that's good when a player likes living in a certain city because he's more inclined to re-sign there even if things aren't really going so well on the ice. And what does the Sens defense look like next year? Obviously a Nick Holden trade at the deadline is off the table. He'll be in the fold for the team next year. So, who's the odd man out? You'd have to think probably a guy like Victor Mete is going to be gone. I really think, and I hope this doesn't happen, but I do really think the Sens are going to end up trading Erik Brannstrom in the offseason, probably for a top 6 forward, particularly a top 6 centerman. I think they would like to get a little deeper at the center ice position. And like I said, I hope that doesn't happen. As far as their center ice position goes, I'm hoping a guy like Shane Pinto, when he's back from injury, can step in and fill that second line center position and, give the Sens some more depth there. But I really think Ottawa should hang on to Erik Brannstrom. That's just my humble opinion. Those are my thoughts on the Aaron Dell suspension and the contract signing for Nick Holden. Please let me know what you all think in the comments below. Also, please like and subscribe and share this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.